Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome back. It's Minecraft time again. Welcome back. Hello. 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 Last time, if you were here, we cleared out a whole bunch of land. We burned down all the forests on this side of the bay from where our main city is out here. Actually, let me get some rockets real quick. Rockets. Where's the... Give me the big duration. Alright, so... We have our main city over this way, right? We've been working. But of course, the city is going to extend all the way across the bay here. So we cleared out all the land on this side yesterday, or not yesterday, Wednesday. I did a lot of burning of forestry. Don't worry, we'll replant at some point. Today, there's some more that I need to finish burning. We need to basically clear out this like little upper ridge area, which appears to be on fire already. Perfect. And then coming along this way as well, out to about here. And then we've got to clear out the valley on this side up to the mountain over this way. And then looping around the mountain towards the ocean there. So we've got a lot to clear still. But that's okay. We got plenty of time. Not in any hurry. We're just going to burn everything down. Just going to hang out. Got the lo-fi going today as usual. Thank you, Chill Hop, for the music. Got the water, which I definitely didn't spill all over my desk earlier. And make a huge gigantic mess and like ruin my mouse pad. I totally didn't do that. Anyway. So I think, let's see, this side is pretty much the way I want it. I don't really want to do anything else over here for right now. I do want to clear up to the cherry grove at some point, but I don't want to burn it because I'm afraid I'll just light the whole grove on fire. And I'm also going to need to clear up this side too, because this here is going to be turned into an artificial channel at some point with like another gate over here, and then the wall for the city is going to come up along this cherry grove and then up the mountain ridge. So that will need to be cleared out, but I'm going to do this one last. That is going to be the very final section that I work on as far as clearing land and all that. We're going to use the natural border for now. Not really a big deal. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'll probably leave it for right now. I don't know if I'll actually turn it into a portal at some point. Potentially. Build stuff around it, maybe. We'll see. I know right down in here, under here, is like a trial chamber way down there, so there may be some overland dungeon-y stuff going on in that area for people to do. We'll see. Got a little lava fall there, that's nice. What do we got down here? Haven't really explored like this terrain in detail yet. We just kind of cut everything down and then moved on. Let's see. What's down here? Oh, this is like more of the copper. Yeah. There's more copper sheet. And that's the hole for the... Yep. There's a trial chamber down there. Okay. So we got that. I do like the way this land kind of flows. There's some nice stuff here. This would be fun for building in. Especially like up here. On this edge. Along here. And then... my house is going to be in there, so we'll have the wall kind of going up that way. I'll probably have another wall coming this way with something here, and then my house there, and then a big fort there, military base here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll start over here today. Oh yeah, this area is pretty flat. Yeah, perfect, which is exactly what I wanted because I want big houses there. I don't have to do much terraforming. That's good. There'll be some variation. Whoop, didn't mean to accidentally hit the Windows key there. Alright, let's start burning stuff. We just gotta burn down all these trees. Burning everything. Get it out of here. My throat is still a little bit sore. Really annoying. Been trying to drink water and, you know, take care of it, but sucks. It's alright. We'll survive. Ooh, and after the stream today, I gotta work on my costume for the next Ren Fair weekend. Ooh. Gonna try to make it out to Pirate Weekend for Fair Champions. That's the plan right now. Hopefully I'm able to make that happen. We'll see. Yep. You know, camping is super cheap there, which is really convenient. It's just the getting out there part. That's going to be the difficulty. Getting out there. That's okay, though. Fair itself is pretty awesome. Excited to go back. Really enjoyed Viking and Barbarian weekend. It was really fun. I mean, I saw people who were in like barely a costume, but I didn't see people who weren't in costume. The whole thing, everybody wearing a costume, at least somewhat historically inspired, or like, you know, Renaissance fair garby. And there were a few of us who were like fully done up with our crazy costumes. Myself included. That's half the reason I go. I love making costumes and wearing them. It's very fun for me. Really enjoy that. So I do it a lot. Any chance I get. Do the cosplay thing. Oh no, Wolfie! Oh no! Get to the water, sir! Oh, well, that's really far down there, isn't it? I'll have an out. Oh no! No! We lost the poor popper. Oh, dang it. Poor dog. I accidentally burned him. Her, it. I don't know. I'm not gonna gender it. The doggo. The wolf. Just gotta burn the forest down. Bunny rabbits, please evacuate. Birds as well. Do not go fly into the fire again, please. That would be very not cool. Okay. Let's go this way. Not another beehive. Oh, bees. No. Bees. Oh well. There will be repopulated animals and critters once we're done. Because we will rebuild the forests, but customized. Nope. Love how I just flew right into that like an idiot. Whew. Trying to decide what game I'm going to stream tomorrow. Or a Saturday stream. I want to do something a little different. I don't really feel like PoE. I'm tempted to do a driving stream, but I need to get my wheel working with whatever game I decide to do, if I'm going to do that. So I may not be a driving stream, a driving sim stream. I don't really want to do PoE. I don't want to do Robocraft because it's dead. Game dead. Developer going under. Goodbye. Bird, please don't fly into the fire. You idiot. I don't know. I could do like Mass Effect or something like I said I was going to do a while back. And then haven't gotten around to. Potential. We'll see. Okay. Looks like we've kind of gotten that just perfect, where that didn't burn too far where I didn't want it to. Good. Oh, what's going on? My hair getting in my ears. I'm trying to... It's really annoying. Okay. There we go. Coming back, breaking down some of these stumps and stuff. Go ahead and burn this one out too. Burn those down. Oops. Yeah, that's still burning. Good. A lot of burning to do. Oops. Didn't really need to break that, that's fine. Alright. Where are we at? Oh, is this still burning? Come on. Get out of here. You get out of here. Why is my package? Oh, it's the tag on my shirt. Stupid shirt tag. Get out of here. Okay, there we go. Okay. I don't know how much this way I want to burn. Tempted to come all the way down here to where this little thing is here. could also incorporate this little lake and this little water feature here if I wanted to, potentially. We'll look into it. That could be interesting. For now, I think we'll leave that boundary where it is. Maybe burn some of this back just a little bit more. Yeah, let's clear back just a little bit more of this. Excuse me, birds. Bird and bunny. Okay. Let that burn now. Come back over here. I love there's a lava pit up here. That's great. Gonna make use of that for sure. Accuracy bad today. Good thing I'm not playing a shooter. Alright. That's good. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to bump everybody. Water. Y'all better hydrate or dihydrate. Hydrate. Hydrate. I'm definitely excited to build my own custom forests out here. It's going to be really fun. Today, if we, depending on how long it takes to burn everything, if we get through everything burned that I want to before the time is up, I want to start working on kind of building out our national forest area, which is like something that I hadn't really, I mean, I've planned out in my head, but I hadn't really done much there except clear out the trees. And while there's no main roadway into there yet, I can kind of plan out where that's going to go and work from there. That's part of the reason I wanted to start clearing out all this land, is so that I can get the roadways lined out. At least kind of a general pathway where they're going to be set up, and get the main road around the whole big central bay that we've been working around, which is not even an eyesight right now. That's kind of connected to it. Not really. No, there's actually technically land there, isn't there? Yeah, but it's that body of water, the one that's out there. Big Bay. It needs a name. We need our bay needs a name. If anybody has any suggestions, throw them down in the chat. I'll be asking again later, I'm sure. We need names for places and things. Okay. Getting that burned out. I think I do want to incorporate this. But I don't know how far I want to go here. There's a lot of really good land out here that I don't want to waste. But we're getting close to where a new unit is building his area. Yeah, there it is right there. In fact, right over here. Bam. We're very close to it. And just right on the other side of the ridge line. He's building a massive fort over here. That's his little project. I say little, it's still gigantic. Oh, this is where I need to go. Go back this way. Okay. Got a lot of land to clear still. Lots to go. But that's okay. We have all the time in the world. I don't normally do this stuff on stream. This is usually something I do in my idle time, but I wanted to this week because it just felt like the right thing to do. To just kind of bring everything back down a little bit, reevaluate what we've been doing, start to plan, so that way throughout this next year of 2025, we can have a really solid framework, and I won't have to spend so much time going back and redoing things that I'm not happy with. I'm going to stop doing things kind of just like, oh, we'll just do this for now and then I'll change it later. No, I'm going to start doing things more the way I want it to be, which means I have to plan ahead a little more. So instead of just having basically no streams for a while, I decided I'd do the planning stuff while I'm streaming, so that people can kind of see what we do, how I do it, kind of the process. That's been the whole point of everything I'm doing, so that you can see how to do what I'm doing. Always trying to show people more things. Yeah, we got a lot of projects coming up, of course, involved in the city. Really excited to get working on the undercity portions as well. But I need to get the road layout and everything sorted out. The biggest undercity portions are in industrial area, the main industrial area, and then the main like central city center area. Okay, I want to kind of go this way along here. I don't want to go too far that way just yet. Not until I'm back up on the ridge line. I want to save down there. We're not going that way yet. We'll clear out this one. We're going to go this way with it. all this stuff goes. I'm kind of just following the terrain, working with what we have here, building everything into it. I don't want to shape it to my demands. I want to follow what it's telling me to do. To use the natural terrain as a guideline. I don't know why I find this so satisfying, but I do. Just burning down entire forests in the game. I think it's because it really shows you what the terrain itself looks like. And then I'm allowed to I can kind of take what's there and modify it into my own thing. That's a major part of it for me. Shaping it, but not like doing major terraforming using the landscape, but yeah. I mean, if you've been watching for any amount of time, then you understand what I mean. Okay, just gonna let that burn for a minute. Let that burn. All right, we are going the right way. All right. Burn the forest down. Water. How are the fish doing today? We haven't done a fish check in a minute. How are the fish? All right. Looks like the fish are chilling. The tetras are just vibing. Guppies hanging out near the top like they normally do. Just chilling. Yeah, looks like they... Ooh, forgot to move my microphone. Whoops. Oh, man, what a moment that was. All right. Hydrate. Drink your water. People, drink it. I don't care if you want it. Drink it. Okay. How far over this side do I want to go? Do I want to at all? Yeah. I think I want to like follow the edge of this ridge right here. Okay. This one goes away. This one we already burned a little bit. I'll just chop that one down. And then this tree burns, this tree burns. This tree burns. Okay, we'll go this way. Burn these ones. Let's see. Yeah. This way. All of these burn. Okay. That should get that burning. Oh, wrong buttons. It'd help if I could feel the keyboard. That'd be good. No, chair. Slide forward. I don't want to slide forward in the chair. Okay. I hear bees dying. Why are you dying, bees? Shouldn't be dying, bees. Get out of the fire. Get out of the fire. Get out of the fire. Get out. Stay out of the fire. Don't fly into the fire, you idiots. Stop it. Get some help. Okay. All of this goes? Yes, all of this goes. All of this. Everything must go. Oops. trying to clean up this stuff back here that we left. Okay, can you stop burning? Yeah, there we go. Okay. You can start burning though. Yeah, okay, this is how it's supposed to burn. Good. All right. Getting a lot done here. Clearing out all this land. It really is a lot done so far. Probably being at it for 30 minutes. Okay. Well. Where are we at here? Yep, still got a huge chunk to go. Hopefully y'all don't mind that I'm just kind of hanging out, burning stuff. Not that kind of stuff. Trees. These trees. Oh, why do I feel tired every time I start stream? Why am I cursed like this? So annoying. Ugh. Stand up and stretch a little bit. Running over my phone cable. Don't want to do that. Why is it still over there? Okay. It's also very warm in here. Let's fix that. Okay. That definitely helps. Take off my shoes. Just chilling inside anyway. Okay. There we go. Cool off a little bit in here. Also probably could take off my hoodie, but don't want to. It's comfy. And also really not the warmest thing in the world anyway. So, it's fine. Alright. Let's get back to burning. I'm gonna burn down this forest. Because I want to build a new forest. My own. My precious. My custom forest. Okay. A lot of work to do still. Very much. Well, what a day this is. Nice easy day, I guess. For my brain, anyway. My you know, it keeps wanting to almost shut itself off and go do other things. Which is not what I need right now, brain. I need building. Well, actually, right now I need to burn things, but still. Brain is kind of needed for that. Okay. There's a lot of land to clear. But it needs to be done, so... Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope y'all relaxed and enjoying yourselves. Just having a good time. Didn't want that. Ugh. Why? Why today, body? Why are you like this? All day I was wired, and then I sit down to stream, and my body's like, hey, bro, it's time for a nap. And I'm like, no, I got stuff to do. And my body's like, yeah, dude, you're going to stop and take a nap. No. No, I am not. Not on purpose. Anyway. Yeah, annoying. So I apologize. I'm kind of very tired, it seems. Doesn't really make sense. But there we are. That's happening. Okay. Gonna try to get work done. This is probably gonna be a short stream today. Gonna try and make another hour or so, and then probably gonna call it, because boy howdy, my body does not want to do this, even though I do. I'm here because damn, we grinding as much as I can. I say that, and then yeah, I really need to figure out why I keep having that problem. What's my brain doing? Just light some random grass on fire. On fire? On fire. What a great idea. Brain, stop it. Why are you like this? Okay. No, Steve, stop. Okay, I'll come back over this way. Start burning. Oh, chat. I wish you were here, chat. I wish I had chat to chat with. But there's no chat. It's just me today. So, sorry I'm not talking very much. I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. I want to talk about going to the Ren Fair. But I don't know in what context. You know, it's like that's something I want to do. I want to talk about like life in general, but I don't know how to phrase what I want to get out in a way that is appropriate for me to do so. Who in the hell is calling me right now? Excuse you? No. No, I didn't want to answer the phone call. The fuck was that? Who the fuck are these people? Block that shit. Who are these people? Oh my god, they call me all the time. Good lord. Wow, they really call me like twice a day. Damn. That's wild. Spammers. Ugh. Okay. Oh, I can't wait to finish up this city years from now. Okay. I'm going to take a little break real quick. I'm going to hit the be right back button. I need to grab some more water because I've already hydrated all of my hydrate. So I will leave you guys with the soothing sounds of the fire, and I shall return momentarily. One moment, be right back. Okay, we're back. We're back. Flat button. There we go. We're back. We're back. I got more water. Had to jog across the house to grab some more water, but hey. Also woke me back up, and that's good. Needed that. It's hitting me. I think the fact that I woke up at almost 12 hours ago now. Obviously being awake for more than 12 hours is easy, but like you know, it's getting later in the day for me. I woke up very early today. It's probably going to be an 18-hour day for me. Just realistically. So, had a long day yesterday as well. Didn't really sleep very much. And then woke up early, so it's understandable why I'm tired, I guess. Yeah. Trying to power through it. Might take a nap after this before I work on what I need to work on. I need to work on a couple of my props for my pirate costume for the Ren Fair. I got this book that has like a little clasp on it. It's made of leather, or it's bound in leather, and it's like recycled paper. It looks really nice. And I'm using it as like my ledger of debts, because the character that I'm portraying is like a debt collector pirate. So he goes around, if somebody hasn't been paying their debts, he goes to collect. And he might take your whole ship if he needs to. That's where there's a prop on my wall there. This one here. I'm not gonna hold that up close to the camera because I think I might get demonetized, or not demonetized. I think I might get in trouble for that. There is a string of silicon fake human ears that I have pierced and made to look as though they are severed from the head. And then I put them upon a string, which is a reference to Diablo 2, the string of ears belt, demon hide sash. So there's my string of ears, and I hang it off my sash, and I have a big old knife that I wear next to it. And then I have my book for collecting of debts, and I also have on the book. One of the things I need to do with it, I want to paint part of the cover, because it has embossed in it. It has a map of the world, but it's mirrored. Like it's not correct. It's mirrored, which is part of the reason I got it. I thought it was kind of silly. But I want to take that and like paint it so that all the land masses are colored. Potentially. Or I might see about getting some dyes and seeing if I can dye it like very, very carefully. And then I also have a couple of prop flintlock pistols, which are they're just little dart guns that I got actually at not a sponsor. I picked them up at Cracker Barrel in their toy area, and I was like, man, these are the perfect thing for my pirate costume. They're cheap, they look decent, and all I have to do is like a black wash and a weather paint job, and they'll look good enough for a prop for the Ren Fair. Just like the axe hanging on the wall there with the ears. That thing's made out of gym mat foam and a dowel rod and some brass wire, and that's it, and some paint. And it looks like that. It looks good from a distance. It doesn't look good up close, but it's not supposed to. It's just supposed to be that 10 foot away kind of prop. And then leaning up next to that, I also have a spear. And hell, right here, leaning up against my desk, I have a shield, a small one. It's a center boss shield, 19.5 inch. Which is a bit small for some people. But I think of it as a really big buckler. I know buckler fighting styles. And so using that shield like it's just a really big buckler is kind of really easy for me. And I have a short spear there, so my short spear and my small shield is actually a really nice combo for a lightweight set of equipment that has really good capabilities. I have good reach with the spear, even though it's very short. I have good defense with the shield, even though it's pretty small. And together they make a very nice package that would be great for the character that I use, or that I am portraying when I'm carrying it, which is a ranger. And rangers, I mean, they would use lightweight equipment, obviously. You know, like think of like Lord of the Rings rangers, right? They got like a bow and a sword in the movies, okay? In the movies, anyway, it's bow and sword, right, for all of them, and maybe a horse, maybe a don't. Big cloak. Red and green and brown are the colors, right? So I have a costume that's red and green and brown and gray. I have this shield with this symbol of the Gray Company on it, and then my spear is really short. Now in the books, the Rangers actually use spears more than they use bows, so like that's part of the reason why I wanted to do that. And the other reason I have a short spear like that is because if someone is moving around in the woods a lot, which I imagine my character would be spending a lot of time in the woods, then you would want something a little bit shorter than your standard length, just because, you know, in dense brush and stuff, it's going to be difficult to maneuver. Even a 6 or 7 foot spear is still going to be harder to maneuver than my 4.5 foot spear, right? So there's always a trade-off. Actually, I think that one, technically with the spearhead on it, is a 5 foot spear. But that's still, I mean, that's still very convenient for maneuvering. But it's also still long enough that I can get really good reach compared to even just a longsword, while having a lot better defense. Yeah. So it's like a little light skirmisher kind of deal. And it's smaller than even like what the Vikings would carry. They carried, like, my shield is much smaller. They would have carried like a 26 at a minimum, and mine's a 19.5. And you put it next to like a traditional shield, it looks a lot smaller. It looks really, really small. But when you see it being used, you understand why it's the size that it is. One of those things. Like, yeah, I may just have props for the Ren Fair, but they're still based on, like, reality. Whoops. And practicality. And the other good reason I have small ones is because they're easier to carry at the fair. That's the other reason. A big shield doesn't get in my way when I'm trying to walk around through shops. I'm not bumping stuff and knocking stuff over all the time. And a shorter spear is much more convenient to walk around with, and it's easier to disguise as a walking stick, so people don't get really mad about having a big long spear in the way. And then, you know, I'm walking into small tents and things, walking through little doorways, you know. There's a lot of people around. I don't want a big long spear. That'd be annoying. Short spear, much more convenient. Still sells as exactly what it is. Everybody still sees it and goes, hey, that's cool. You know, good enough. Gets the job done. And it's functional. So there's that. What else do I have for Ren Fair props? I have a few other things. Like, my trinkets. I have a necklace that's got jars of teeth in it. But I stopped wearing it because I kept breaking the little jars, because they're tiny little glass jars, and I wish I hadn't used glass. Because wandering around the fair with a bunch of tiny shards of glass in your shirt isn't the most fun. I found that out the hard way, and that was when I stopped wearing it. But I do want to kind of remake it with better materials. I have better materials now, so I want to remake it into just a pendant with like a single jar instead of a bunch of jars. And that single jar is going to have a set of teeth with my name and runes on it. Which I only have to remake one of the teeth because I'm missing one now. After dropping or breaking that jar. That's okay. We'll fix it. I do have to mix up the paint again, though, because I had a special acrylic paint that I mixed up that looked like blood. And it, like, had the right kind of shine to it and everything when it was dry. That it looked like drying blood. Like, it was still slightly wet, but it was starting to kind of, you know, not be. Which I like that look, so I gotta recreate that. I gotta mix up some more ink, or some more paint. It was a mix of like acrylic paint and India ink and some water, and some Actually, just a tiny bit of plaster mix to make it really thick and goopy and kind of chunky. Just a tiny, tiny bit of plaster. And then you kind of like, you want to kind of brush it on and then like do a stippling effect with it. And it makes it look like tacky blood. I love, honestly, one day I might actually do a painting stream where I'm like working on my stuff on stream, because hell, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll save the painting for tomorrow and actually do it on stream. That'd be kind of fun. I like painting a lot. I like just doing that kind of stuff, like working on props and doing weathering, painting, and stuff like that. It's something I did a lot in theater and film work because it was really enjoyable for me. I think it'd be kind of fun to do, just to take a couple of prop guns and turn them into some cool weathered pirate guns on stream and just like show people the transformation and how to do it if you wanted to do it yourself. That'd be kind of neat. Oh my gosh, it would be my first IRL stream. Oh, I'd be in the just chatting category for once. Oh my god. I'm never in just chatting. That would be kind of fun, actually. I might actually do that. I might save my painting for tomorrow and do it tomorrow. I've got the webcam. I can set up my webcam. Oh, I don't have the tripod I used to have anymore. I had this bendy tripod that I could set up where I could have it like up here. Maybe I can find a way though. I can't use this. That's got my light on it. I need a down shot so that y'all can see what I'm working on while I do it. I can't see that either. I just realized. Bring this down just a little bit. Bring this up a little bit. There we go. I have this little red clothespin here. Happens to have a URL on it. They're not sponsored, but you should check it out. If you can read it. If you can't, well, you'll just have to wait till you decipher it, won't you? I'm gonna go ahead and leave all that there. That's kind of neat. I am really tempted to actually save the painting for tomorrow. I think that would be really fun. What do we think, chat? Oh, right. There is no chat today. It's just me. I forgot. I'm trying to stream. I mean, I am streaming, but there's nobody here to watch. Not today. That's alright. We're here anyway. Doing our thing. You're just plugging away at this project. Oh man. You know, I would be worried about killing my VODs in the algorithm and YouTube, but honestly I'm not. If I switched out to different content tomorrow, I wouldn't be worried. It's not like my VODs are getting a lot of views right now anyway. The new year has not been kind to me with the current algorithm setup. Like basically after Christmas, everything tanked. Even my views here tanked. That's just how it is. It seems that I'm not the only one either. I've seen a lot of people complaining about 2025 not being so great for them for content yet. I think this year's going to be a slow burn. It seems like a lot of people are kind of burnt out on content, just in general, just content overload, and going back to doing things outside and like just interacting with actual people face to face instead of consuming as much content. But then also, I say that, but then there's also like the millions of people who are upset about the TikTok ban and all that stuff. So I guess myself included, because I do use TikTok actually quite a lot to send memes and stuff to my friends. And I have, I mean, hell, the person who I've been going to the Ren Fair with, she's a content creator on TikTok, and now she has to switch to something else. She's got thousands of followers that she's not going to be able to bring with her somewhere else. It really sucks for her, because she's been like working for years to build up that content brand, and now it's just kind of getting pulled out from under her. Though, I mean, it's not like she didn't have warning, but it still doesn't make it easier, you know? She can tell her audience that she's moving to a new platform. That's not going to make the transition that much easier, really. Not when you're our size, at really small content creators. It still really sucks. She's definitely a bigger creator than I am, but it's still like, it's a noticeable impact when you have to do something like that. Switching platforms sucks. I feel sorry for a lot of the people who do actually like rely on TikTok for various things, including streaming. There's a lot of streamers who use TikTok. I get recommended a lot of TikTok streams actually in my For You page. So, I mean, it's definitely a thing a lot of people do. I feel bad for those people losing their livelihood, or, you know, maybe it's not their main income, but it helps them, you know, pay the bills or like make things that much easier for them. Now they don't have that. The communities that they've built have been lost, you know, and that sucks. That sucks for anybody to have to deal with that kind of stuff. Lose your whole audience to someone else's decisions. Man, nobody wants that. So I gotta be really careful about what I say on my stream and stuff too, because I do have other content creators in my sphere, and while I'm the smallest of the group, I still don't want to affect them in a negative way by saying something stupid or doing something stupid. Yeah, content creation is definitely a finicky business. I'm not even making money doing it. I'm just doing it because I enjoy it. But, you know, there are a lot of people who do make a living doing this. And I can't imagine what it's like to lose that. I guess I can. I guess it feels like getting fired from any other job, right? But still, it doesn't make it easier. I hope those people manage to find another source, find somewhere else to go. I'm not going to the other app that everyone's doing, Red Note or whatever. I'm not going over there. Content creation is in such an odd place nowadays. It really is. You're right. It is in such an odd place nowadays. Like, it's very hit or miss. A lot of people are kind of in a weird place, like I am. You know, my content's all over the place, and it's viewership and whatnot. You know, sometimes my VODs will have hundreds of views. Sometimes they have nothing. In fact, lately we're back down to the single digits, and that's just how it goes. A lot of it depends on the platforms you choose to post things at. Exactly. And like how much you advertise yourself, and also sticking to the algorithm. I fucked myself in Christmas time by trying to do something different for the holidays. and changing up my stream schedule, and that, like, because that also affected my upload schedule, it's affected my my viewership on both platforms. It's affected my YouTube stuff a lot more because I was getting like hundreds of views on my VODs, and then the Christmas thing came around, and now I'm getting, and then it was double digits, and now I'm getting single digit views. It's like my last VOD got like 3 views, you know? Yeah, but you also can't post every day on YouTube, so if I streamed every day and uploaded my VODs every day, that would fuck me even worse. It's like, it's so stupid. But also, sometimes if you do post every day, it's a good thing. So it's like, well, I don't... like, you got people like... I'm going to use him as an example. Asmongold. He posts like 2-3 videos a day because his editors are constantly pumping stuff out. And he's streaming for like 8-12 hours a day or more. So he's got plenty of content to pull from. And his channels are always pumping. I mean, always. And then, like, you know... Yeah, the content you're producing definitely matters, and also your viewership matters. If you have a larger viewer base already, you can post more either off schedule or you can post more regularly and you'll still get good views. It's kind of weird. The rich get richer. Yeah, pretty much, dude. You know? I don't expect to ever be like some top streamer, don't get me wrong, but I would be nice to be able to make a little bit of money and pay the bills. That'd be cool. You know? But if that never happens, it's okay too. Like, I really just do this because it's fun. Because I like doing it. I like to share what I make. That's primarily why I do it. I would be lying if I said I don't want to make some money at some point. I think everybody does. You know? It's always nice to be able to monetize your hobbies. That's pretty much where I'm at on that. Like, I don't really see that as a bad thing. Especially because, like, this kind of hobby does get expensive. My God. Gaming and stuff is pricey. I guess luckily because I'm doing, like, Minecraft mostly, like, I really don't have to upgrade anything for a long time. But, you know, there's still other costs that are incurred. Blah. I still got bills to pay and stuff, too. This is like Spring Brit's way of influencing the algorithm on YouTube. Yes, dude, I've been watching his stuff for years, and I find it so hilarious. And just the way he games the algorithms on every platform, not just on YouTube, but primarily on YouTube. And just like throwing it right in YouTube's face, like, hey, you idiots, you messed up, and I'm going to take advantage of it. I love how he doesn't ever get in trouble for it either. They're just kind of like, yep, we messed up. All right, thanks for showing us our error. And then they just move on. Yeah, exactly. He really can't be hurt by it. And nobody's going to cancel him because he's showing... Well, not for that anyway, because it's like showing people how to circumvent the man. It would take a lot for him. It would take a lot for him to get in trouble. Yeah, he even with Steam, he can't get in trouble. Like exploiting Steam and stuff too, just going nuts with it. Yeah, meanwhile, if I say the wrong word, I get, I'm dumped. Has people benefit ad revenue. Ad revenue's bad right now, and it's fucking Hassan's fault. I'm going to call him out. Fuck you, Hassan. It's your fault. Yeah, I hope somebody clips this and sends it to him. It is his fault. Getting way too political about stuff, causing people to get pissy. Causing a big ripple that fucked everything up. Messed up everything for people like me. I'm not even making ad revenue. I can't. I couldn't if I wanted to. Like, there's no way. All it takes is one person to root for everyone else. Exactly. And of course, everybody blamed it on people like Asmon too. But no, it's definitely Hassan's fault. Clearly, I'm not a Hassan enjoyer. Also, if you couldn't tell, I don't like the guy. I don't hate him. You know, I don't agree with him on a lot of things. Pretty much anything, at least politics wise. But I don't hate the guy. But also, fuck you, Hassan. Bro, honestly, I'm sorry, but dude, you can't pull some shit like that and then blame it on somebody else. And that's why I don't talk about politics, because I don't want to be like them. I'm here to talk about video games and other silly fun things. I'm still really thinking about tomorrow doing a stream of working on my Ren Fair props. Scare away ad revenue if I were making any. Exactly. Unless I'm making ad revenue from something that's politically based, which I'm not. I'm not a political content creator. Now, I do have in my very close sphere of influence political content creators. Some of my friends are, or have been, but they've pivoted their content away from politics too, because they're like, I don't want that. They're trying to move into more lifestyle content, which is a far better fit for them, honestly, and I hope that things go well for them. And it seems like while their growth is slower, they are enjoying the content they are making more. So that's I appreciate that they don't rely on their content for money, so it's okay. They can kind of get away with it. They're like me; they just do it because they enjoy it and they want to be a content creator. I just want to entertain people and hopefully be able to pay my bills along the way. That's where I'm at. Make less ad revenue for that because companies don't want to be viewed as having the same opinions. That's true. That's true. Yep. You know. So there's a fine line there. And I know Minecraft content in general doesn't tend to get a lot of ads either. Or high ad revenue because it's children. You're not gonna advertise to children. It's just not. Even though my audience is all 18 to 55, it doesn't make a difference. Is fair streams make 200% more ad revenue than his normal stuff? Exactly, dude. Because they're just animals. I've really thought about, I've got my fish tanks back here. I have really thought about doing fish tank streams. Just doing straight up, just having a fish tank on a webcam and just letting it run 24/7. I honestly, when I have my own house, I will probably do exactly that. I'll have one of my aquariums just on 24/7. Have a camera that has an IR mode at night or whatever. Because the lights on these are set on a timer, so I could easily set that up to where it works like that. I think that'd be really cool. Something I'd enjoy doing, potentially. Just have the lo-fi going and have some fish tanks, so people can pop in and chill. I think that'd be cool. I specifically rearranged my whole setup so I could have this tank behind me for streams because people enjoy it. Just to watch a video about a guy and his ant colonies. Oh, you're talking about Ants Canada? Ants Canada is awesome. Or was it, yeah, Ants Canada? Dude, Ants Canada, his stuff is so cool. I've always loved his content. I may not always watch it, but the production quality is so high. And I love the concept of everything. It's did I just throw that flint and steel into the fire and vaporize it? I guess I did. Okay. Yeah, his content is really nice. And, God, my hair keeps getting in my ears. It inspired a lot of what I do with my aquariums. Him and Serpa Design and MD Fish Tanks are my three biggest like inspirations for what I do. And then on top of that, there's George Farmer and then just Green Aqua, even though I don't do their style of aquariums. And then, I mean, ADA, of course, Aqua Design Amano, who is like the grandfather company of all of this. I do things my own way. You know, it's a modified version of Diana Wallstead's method of doing aquariums. But like, that's really, it is kind of my own system though. And I just like doing it that way. I like doing my own thing. In fact, the tanks on the other side of my desk back there, I have 2 tanks. Well, I have 3 tanks over there, and then I have 2 more over here. And the 3 tanks back there are like, 2 of them are riparium paludariums. They're kind of in between a riparium and a paludarium. And they both have like a bunch of plants in there that people were like, oh, those plants don't like water. It won't work. I have massive rose bushes that are thriving in those aquariums, just growing in the water. And people are like, oh, that'll never work. And then it did. And like they're just like growing massive roots out into the water, and they love it. They don't care at all. It's amazing. It's amazing how that works. Oh, they don't like water. Psst, bullshit. They love water. Are you kidding me? Like, what? Look at it. It's so these things literally like are budding constantly. Like, I get so many roses constantly in there. And they're antique roses, so they're just like little, like this big around. And they look so good. I love them. And there's constantly flowers in there, like multiple times a year. It should only happen like a couple times a year. No, it happens like every like 6 weeks. I get more flowers. Actually, sometimes more than that. Sometimes it'll be like, because I have several different splits of plant in there, sometimes it'll be like this plant grows one, and then that plant grows one, and then that plant grows one, and there's kind of always one in there. Sometimes 2 or 3 at a time, which I really enjoy. It's nice because they're constantly evolving. And then the petals drop off and they fall into the water and they get broken down by the snails and the shrimp. And then they get, turned into fertilizer for the plants that are growing. And then the plants just continue to grow even bigger. And wow, imagine that. It's a life cycle. There's also like a ton of springtails in there and like tons of copepods and like isopods and other stuff. So like, and like little tiny beneficial planaria, not like the bad kinds, but like the beneficial ones. Lots of detritus worms as well. So like, I have an entire tank. I have a 10-gallon tank that I have not fed or done a water change on the aquarium in like over a year. Well over a year. And the fish are still alive, doing great. They're fat and happy because they're eating copepods and other things that are living in the water. They're eating biofilm. They're munching on the plants. And the plants are growing strong because I have a really good substrate system in there. And everything's working out great. And it just keeps going. And everybody was like, oh, you shouldn't do that. It's not going to work. And then it worked. Like, it's completely self-sufficient. It has a lid on it. It's not a perfect fitting lid, so every now and then I have to add just a tiny amount of water. But it's like every 3 or 4 months I add like a couple of cups of water total, like 16 ounces of water, and that's it. It's really barely any at all. But I really love it because it's such a fun aquarium to look at and to just have. And to just kind of rub in people's faces when they're like, that doesn't work. And then I show them one that did work and is working. And then they go, oh, I didn't know you could do that. And then I have to explain to them the science behind it and start teaching people again. Which I think is kind of fun, actually. It's a lot easier than people think to have a fully self-sufficient enclosure like that. And you can do it for almost any animal. Like, bioactive enclosures are really a smart thing, Of course, for some animals, you got to make the enclosure really big. But bioactive enclosures are, I think, in my opinion, they're always the way to go if you can. It just is so much better life quality for the animals. I've noticed that, like, my fish are a lot healthier. My shrimp and snails are happier. Everything looks a lot better. My plants grow better. You know, everything is nicer when you have a fully bioactive enclosure. And like in the case of mine, I would call them ecosystem aquariums, which is like, a lot of people argue that's not a thing because it's impossible to have a fully enclosed ecosystem like that. But I mean, I've got proof that it works, even on a very small scale. You just have to think about everything. Like, you really do. You have to think about all the little steps and make sure that you account for all of it. And it's like, you can't skip anything. You can't just throw it together and half-ass it and expect it to work. You have to really do a lot of research and planning, but it's doable. And it's doable at home by some schmuck. I don't have any kind of degrees. I have 0 degrees. None. Absolutely none. I have some college experience. I was studying film and video, and then I dropped out. Don't be like me. Go study something, at least. Or get like a certification in something. Do something. Do something with your life. But like, I still learned because I like the stuff. Like, environmental science is something I never thought I would enjoy, but now I'm talking about it all the time, and I'm constantly watching content based around it, and I'm consuming other forms of media that are related to environmental science, or just like ecosystems in general, or aquarium building, pond building, all that kind of stuff. I love the pond stuff too, like watching the pond content from like Aquascape Ecosystems. Greg Waithstock, the pond guy. And what's the other guy? The pond professor. Yeah, Ed. They got really great content too. I love that stuff. It's the same thing, just on a bigger scale, and humans can interact with it in like a more meaningful way. I love that. But yeah, it's fun to build aquariums and stuff. I really enjoy it. Like, the one behind me has live plants and everything. All the green, all those grasses are real. There's also a bunch of like mosses and stuff growing on the wooden rocks. There's ferns and stuff growing in there. The Amazon sword isn't doing too well because the fish keep nipping at it. I actually need to move it to another tank I have. And then, like, yeah, the whole thing is bioactive, so like, it's all good stuff. I've got a really nice substrate system that I custom did. It's a mix of gravel and sand and coconut coir and what's the other thing I used? Activated carbon. So just charcoal basically. And then like, there is a filter in it. You can kind of sort of see it on this side right here. It's a big curved matten filter, which is just a giant wall of foam filter mat. And on the inside of it, I have like a lot of lava rock and stuff. I think it's really cool. You appreciate looking at them. You have no desire to have one yourself. Man, I totally get that. Like, I was that way for a long time. I really just, mostly I didn't want to have one because I was afraid I would mess it up. But then I realized how easy it really was and got into it. I'm not saying that's the case for everybody. That was the case for me though. But yeah, I really enjoy them. But I mean, I think no matter what kind of animal you might have, if you got any kind of pet, looking at having that kind of enclosure for them is really nice, if it's possible. Unless you got like a dog or a cat or something, and you know, that's a little bit harder. They pretty much just live in our houses. So, you know, that's... But yeah, like any kind of small animal. Like, I was house sitting for my friend last month, right? And he had a bunch of lizards. A couple of the animals I need to take care of were some lizards. And I really want to build him some bioactive enclosures, honestly. I think it'd be so cool. You live with people that have cats? Yeah. Cats are pretty chill, honestly. I like cats. They're great for pest control as well. Like, I live in an old house in an old part of town, so like, We definitely need stuff like that around. You don't like taking care of them? I feel that, dude. It's like, but see, this is convenient since they're other people's pets, so you can interact with them, but you can give them back when you don't want to deal with them. It's like I can pet you, and then I can hand you off to your owner and fuck off, not have to deal with it. It's not like you don't want to take care of them, you just don't need to. Hey, that's fair. You have one cat that stays upstairs and other two live downstairs? Nice. That's convenient. Keep them separated. Man. Two of your cats are pretty chill, but one's a total bitch. Sounds about right. Just hissing at the cats if they get within 10 feet of her. That sounds about right. She's like, hey, you get the fuck away from me, bitch. Classic cat. She will be nice to you if you give her food. Perfect. Just bribe her with food. I know some people like that. You just bribe them with food. They'll do whatever. Then she'll keep bothering you for food. Ah, that's pretty fun. Could bribe you for food. As long as it's decent food. Yeah. I don't know, I'm a simple man. Give me some good tacos and I'm happy. I don't mean Taco Bell or any fast food tacos. I'm talking like some legit ass street tacos. It's one thing I love about where I live. There's a taqueria like right down the street. Cruise on down to the Michoacana and get myself whatever I want. Shit, I might go get some carnitas later. That sounds good. Couple places for Hispanic foods is a bit of a walk. Man, I literally 3-minute walk down my street. At the end of my street, there's a carniceria that I can get some fucking whatever I want down there. Pretty much. And then like in the same shopping center is a whole ass meat market. So I can buy anything. I can, if I want to cook something, I can just go buy something. It's really great. I don't even have to leave my neighborhood. It's literally at the end of my street. Technically, it's on the main road, but like I can. Okay, if you happen to live in the United States, there's the Amber Alert system. That little girl was taken from a shopping center right down the street from my house. And I happened to walk right through the area where she was taken from just to go get some tacos. And that happened when I was a small child. Yep, my family never felt scared about me wandering around the streets alone. So, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I happen to live in that city, like right down the street. Don't come find me. You come find me, you're gonna have a bad time. But, like, yeah, I grew up, like, right down the street from that. From where that shit happened. In the same neighborhood where she was taken. What's the worst that can happen? What, he gets taken too? Oh, no. Shit. No, I made it fine. Nobody even tried. I don't know. Like, my neighborhood's not as bad as people make it sound. Even though we have those terrible things happen. What does it kill you makes you stronger? I don't think this is the appropriate context for that. Oh my god. I feel bad for laughing at that. That shouldn't be funny. Fuck. God damn it. That's so fucking stupid. God damn it. Too true. Man. So yeah. I live in an interesting place, and I have had quite the interesting life growing up. It's been pretty dull and you're okay with it. Hey, man. Yeah. I've lived too many lifetimes for one person. I've had too many exciting things happen. I'm ready to just chill out now. There's a reason I just stream and hang out. I've done too many things that I don't want to get into. Too much excitement, bro. I've had too much excitement. I'm ready to just chill now. Yeah, I'm at the point where I want to settle down and, like, find somebody to start a family, whatever that might look like. And just kind of exist. Find a nice, decent paying job that's not too stressful and just kind of hang out. I've lived my exciting times. The only thing I want to do now is, like, travel and see places that I've never been. And, like, mostly I want to travel because I want to go to historical places. I want to go see, like, historically significant places. Either, like, you know, like, I'm not religious, but I would like to go visit some religious centers around the world and just take a look at the architecture and, like, learn about the history of the places. And, like, I want to go to natural wonders. I want to go visit a bunch of, like, natural parks and stuff like that. I love places that are full of natural beauty, but I also like man-made things that are really cool too. Wouldn't mind traveling, but you're not going alone. Same. I don't want to do all that alone. I want to share my experiences with somebody. So, like, if I were to do it alone, I'd probably live stream most of it. I didn't do it on purpose, okay? He needs to buzz on out of here. Hydrate. Hydrate or hydrate, y'all. Can't believe it. Yep. Poor bee. Can't believe it. We accidentally burned the bees. Man, I really think I'm going to do tomorrow. I think I might figure out a way to do a stream where I'm painting up my my cosplay props for the next Ren Fair weekend. I think that'd be pretty fun. Do something a little different. Because I normally do gaming content, but it'd be kind of fun to do a just chatting stream where I paint and just hang out. I'm going to be working on weathering and washing a couple of plastic toy guns that I got that look really good for pirate guns. There's some cool little flintlock pistols that I picked up at, not a sponsor, I picked them up at Cracker Barrel. They just happen to have them. I could make it an art stream or whatever it is now. Dude, I don't know if I would. I'd probably put it in just chatting. Honestly. But I might look and see if there is an art category. I need to look at what categories there really are that I might be able to fit into. See what tags I can throw on it. I just think it'd be fun. Just chatting is closest to sexual content you can. Yeah, but it's also where you get like... To be fair, that's also where the political chatters are too, and like commentary, chatting and stuff like that is also in just chatting. All the IRL streamers over there. I don't know. We'll see. I'll take a look and see what I can roll with. I have been burning down trees for the last 4.5 hours of time doing things on this server. Just burning down trees. Oh my god. So many trees to burn. I've already done like a couple hours. Makers and Crafters is the one I would use. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that. That sounds good. I didn't know there was a Makers and Crafters section. Makers and Crafting. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We'll put it in Makers and Crafting tomorrow. And do painting up some cosplay props. So I think that'd be fun. I don't know if I might get in trouble because they're guns, but they're clearly toy guns, and I'm gonna I don't know if I'm gonna disassemble them and paint them separately and put them back together and then weather them or what, or if I'm just gonna wash it. I'll decide tonight and prep everything for the stream tomorrow. I mean, really, I could do the whole thing on stream tomorrow. I could like disassemble and prep and paint, so that may be an option. I haven't taken them apart to see what they're like on the inside yet either. Excuse me, I definitely lit that one on fire just directly that time. Lego and brick building? What? There's a Lego streaming category? Okay, I gotta get some Legos to Lego stream now. I got a little Lego McLaren F1 car for Christmas. Dude, I would build Legos on stream for money. Are you kidding me? That'd be so fun. Dude, what? I did not know that was a thing I could do. That's insane. Too bad Legos are fucking expensive. Bro. There's actually a handful of streamers for it. That's pretty cool. I'd love to get in on that community. What kind of stuff are you seeing in the Makers and Crafting category? Not many viewers. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. Not going to be a ton of viewers for that, but I think it'd be kind of cool. first one? Lord of the Rings Barad-dûr Tower. Nice. Hell yeah. That's pretty dope. I might have to pop over there and watch that when I'm done. Damn. That actually sounds cool. Like, yo. I was doing a space bar cafe. Nice. Okay. That's pretty cool. I could definitely see myself doing that kind of stuff. Honestly, I could see myself making dioramas on stream. It's something I haven't done in a long time, but I used to, especially when I was doing theater stuff, because I did a lot of set building and lighting design, and like when I was in high school, I did like competitions for it where you had to make dioramas and stuff. And that was when I started doing it, and then I just kept doing it because it was fun. I'd do them for like different scenes that I liked or whatever in movies or in plays and stuff. One person is making a dragon. Hell yeah, dude. Is that in the Lego category or is that in the maker category? Lego? Nice. Okay. Dude, that sounds cool. I might have to go check that out. Cyberpunk City. Yo. That'd be cool. Okay, hold on. Oh, sorry. Glow-in-the-dark T-Rex skeleton? Yo! Okay, that's cool. Nice variety of Lego stuff. Dude, it sounds like it. I need to go check that out. I'll have to watch that. Minecraft is definitely closely adjacent to Lego and brick building. It's just virtual Lego, in my opinion. You know? Like, when they made Minecraft Legos, I was like, I don't know why they didn't do that sooner. It's literally, like, they're the same thing. Like, what the fuck? Like, growing up, I was a Lego kid. I had, like, a big 66-quart Sterilite tub that was just jam-packed full of Legos. And I would just dump them out on the floor and build random shit, usually, like, spaceships and stuff. Usually, like, really big, intricate spaceships. And then I'd just, you know, at the end of the day, I'd just throw them all back in the bin, and just the next day, I'd take everything apart and do something else. Robocraft was Lego-like as well. It was. R.I.P. R.I.P. Lego, or R.I.P. Lego, R.I.P. Robocraft. Fucking, Robocraft and Free Jam. You just couldn't save yourselves because you didn't know how to listen to people. And look at your own goddamn data. I mean, honestly. I love how Free Jam shot themselves in the foot super hard and then just kept doing it over and over again. Like, guys, did you not learn a lesson at any point? Dude, another sad news, the developer behind PlanetSide 2, the current developer of PlanetSide 2, Toadman Interactive, also getting shut down. So that's another game that I play in a terrible state right now where nobody knows what's happening. The fact they had OG RoboCraft 2 like close to done, and then they backpedaled to make the new RoboCraft 2. Yeah, because they fucked up the first one because they didn't fucking pay attention the first time. They had to remake it again. If they hadn't flubbed on that, they probably wouldn't be as bad as they were. But they just didn't. Like, there were too many misses in there and not enough successes. And like, there are other games that they were making recently weren't that great either. They weren't even worth looking at. I didn't even bother. And the other RoboCraft spin-offs they tried to make, I mean, those were such a flop I didn't even know they existed. They're a niche game. And they should try to own that. Exactly. Like, they were a niche game that had very little competitors. And they could have just stuck it out and really stuck to their guns. Just kept it the way it was when everybody enjoyed it. You know, gone back to that. And people would have been happy. If it had been 2014, 2015 RoboCraft again, I think people would have been happy. They just didn't do that. Because for a lot of reasons, I guess. I'm also remembering now that I played for quite a while before the game was even on Steam. So, on the original one. So I guess my time on the game isn't really accurate. Back when it was its own launcher for a little while. Dynasty Warriors is the moose. I don't know how to say that word. Genre of games which they own perfectly. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's. They knew what they were doing, so they stuck to it. You know, I mean, but there's still really no competitors for RoboCraft. You got Crossout's the closest thing, really. Super niche because hack and slashes aren't that popular. Yeah. But, like, you know what's funny is a lot of my friends and we all played it. Not like a ton, but we all played them back in the day. You know, growing up, we'd be like, ooh, Dynasty Warriors, yeah. Just, like, play it for a while. Like, especially if you're hanging out with your homies. It's like, you know, it's a good one for just chilling with the boys or whatever. I own most of the Dynasty Warrior. Dude, I didn't own that many, but all my friends did, and collectively we owned the entire like set. So we would just, you know, like just trade them out with each other, and just pass them around. I did enjoy them though; they were fun. They're a good series, fun little games. Nothing. They didn't take themselves too seriously, but they still did at the same time. If that makes sense. There's a new one coming out? Dude, I might check that out, honestly. I haven't played them in a while. What number are they on now? Are they numbering them anymore, or are they just calling them something now? Might even be out at the moment. Nice. Dynasty Warriors Origins. This one isn't numbered. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. They've definitely run out of numbers at this point. Dynasty Warriors 27. Dynasty Warriors Origins, huh? Okay, I'll check that out later. That seems cool. Probably won't be able to pick it up, but might add it to my wish list or something. 9 was their last one, but it failed. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember when I last played a Dynasty Warriors game, I'm being honest, but They're pretty fun, honestly. Like, what I remembered of them, I enjoyed that they were just kind of mash the buttons, hit the guy games. 9 was an open worldy game. Okay. Nice. More open worldy game. Neat. Man. A lot of dead time between fights. That sounds about right. Be boring, I imagine. Can't just optimize the grind. Play the demo for Origins is quite difficult. Well, I mean, that's good. I wouldn't want it to be too easy. Man. This is going to be a massive city when I'm done. Holy shit. I mean, this area alone is bigger than the area that I've already done. Oh. Good lord. Yeah. It's going to be super massive. I'm really looking forward to the one city to rule them all. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to getting the main road running through the whole city actually laid out. So that way I can start branching off of it for all the different districts and stuff and start putting in all the barrier walls between each district so that we can really kind of start to kind of get a feel for what it's actually going to be. Man, I still got to burn all this side too. Ugh. So much. All of this space alone is bigger than the space that I've already developed. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh, man, there's so much work to do. But I love it. I love that I have all this space to work in. I don't feel limited or constricted. I'm not worried about getting too close to somebody else's build or anything. I can just kind of build freely and not have to stress about it. Quite the project to set for myself. It is, but it's going to be worth it in the end. I really know it is. Like, I really can't wait to be able to... I mean, I'm trying to show off everything I can do. All the different styles, all the different stuff that I like to make. I want to do the best that I can with this. That's why I'm like, when I'm not happy with something, I just tear it out and start over. Because I'm like, no, I can do better than that. I know I can. I'm not going to leave it like that. I'm going to improve on that. Like the wall that I started last week and earlier this week and then decided I wasn't going to finish because I need to redo the entire wall. Because I wasn't happy with the final product. Build your 11 by 11 dirt house on the server. Yeah, it'd be really fun. And meanwhile, I'm building a 1 by 2 kilometer city. It's actually bigger than that, I think, realistically, but it's like approximately 1,000 by 2,000 blocks. So 1 kilometer by 2 kilometers. So let's see. 0, 0 is the center of town. And then coming all the way out here. Let's see. Let's go all the way out here to the Ring Valley. See just how far it really is. Because we're going to come all the way out here. I mean, it's really... It's quite the distance. This is... Okay, all the way out to here. We're at 979. Yeah, approximately 1,000. And that's just from the center of town to the end of the Ring Valley. And then if we go out the other way, this direction, I mean, it goes another like 250 blocks or so this way. Maybe you'll put an 11 by 11 dirt tower that goes above the clouds. That'd be funny. Let's see, how far this way am I going? We're going all the way out to here. All the way out this way. So it is... Oh, it's 1.5 kilometers wide by 1 kilometer tall. Yeah, it's about 1.5 by 1 kilometers. It's fucking huge, this project. Stupidly big for me. And that may not be the final extent of this project either, to be fair. Depending on how I feel about it. Called the Dirt Tower of Doom. That'd be great. Maybe if you're cool, you'll put TNT launchers at the top of it and shoot people. Oh, dude, did you see... Hang on. I don't think you were here for these streams. Where I was working on... I'm building a cannon over here. Just a giant cannon tower. Just right in the front of the fortress. It's also the staircase to up to the upper section. It's just underneath this giant cannon. I thought that'd be kind of fun. I was like, man, maybe I make a trebuchet or a catapult. And then I was like, no, I need a fucking cannon. That's what I need. I need a big ass fuck off cannon there. Super powerful gun that doesn't move. Yeah. It can shoot one direction only. that way over there. That's it. I would like to change it up a little bit so that it actually does look better. If the enemy's coming from that specific direction, they're dead. It's like Final Fantasy VII. Yes. Accurate. I don't know. I may change it up. See if I can find a cool catapult design to put up there or something. I just did that as a placeholder for right now. I wanted something big up there, and I couldn't decide what to do, so I was like, cannon? Cannon. Big cannon. Big fuck-off cannon. I think it's funny, too. To be fair, it is on the side where, like, lore-wise, I'm building that they have been attacked from that side, and so, like, all the damage is over there. The broken tower, all the damaged city area. I haven't damaged the walls because I haven't finished the walls, but then I'll be blowing holes in them too. But yeah, I also think it's funny. It's stupid, but it's fun. Yeah, stupid can be fun. One of the things I want to build soon-ish, I've been wanting to build one for a while, is I want to build an airship somewhere in the city. Like playing stupid characters in D&D. Dude, I do too. I always play like swashbucklers and spell swords who do dumb things because I find it amusing. Pig, please. Dumb as bricks, but has infinity amounts of charisma. Hell yeah. Woo the ladies over with your dumb adorableness. Nice. Classic. You would address every lady you come up to as pretty lady. Hey, pretty lady. I'm sorry, were you playing Johnny Bravo? Was that... Is that what you were doing? Just in a way. Oh, mama. I always wind up making characters that are like based on characters out of books. Usually book series that people haven't read, even though they should have, especially if we're playing D&D, because it's the basis for the alignment system from D&D. But, you know, people don't know that, so it's fine. Not quite as obnoxious as Johnny. Yeah, that's fair. You like less serious characters? Dude, me too. I just like to have fun. And since I'm usually the forever DM, the few times I get to play a PC, I'm not going to play a serious character. Hell no. I'm going to derail the entire campaign and make it really annoying for the DM. And then I'm going to make sure all the other players are having a great time. Because that's what I like to do. I won't like fuck up the campaign, but I'll make sure that it's a nightmare for the DM. Just because I know what it's like to be the DM, and I never get to be the annoying player. So I do it. Like the time I was playing in a campaign, and one of my friends had based one of the gods on, like, Flying Lotus. And so I was forced to sit down and listen to an entire album, start to finish, while in the middle of a game. And I had to put on noise-canceling headphones, so I didn't get to hear what else was going on while everyone else was playing. My character was, like, stuck in some fucking other dimension for a while. And then when I came back, every time I rolled my dice to cast a spell, I would cast a random spell out of my spell book instead of the one I was wanting. So I just, with my luck, it kept winding up like casting Fireball in a tiny room kind of situations. And then that character also would collect spell books. So after a while, the DM made it so that it wasn't just my spell book. It was any spell book that was in my portable hole pocket dimension that I had thrown all my books into. So it wound up being like just an absurd amount of spells. That basically any spell out of the book could appear randomly. If it was in D&D, it showed up in our campaign at some point. Because of my idiot ass. But from that point on, I basically just played like, oh, what the hell's his name? The one character from, the one god, the Daedric Prince from Elder Scrolls, who's like the chaos guy. I can't remember his name right now. For some reason. You don't like super serial characters because the dice never work out for you when you're trying to do things your super serial character wants to do, and then you just feel bad. But if you're playing the goofball, the figures actually makes the situation more fun. Exactly, dude. I have a set of dice that are cursed that, like, if I'm using them, I get terrible rolls. But anytime I loan them to people, they get amazing rolls. So it's my loaner dice now. Whenever I have somebody who's new to the game and they're like, I don't have dice to use, I'm like, here, use these. I actually, we're gonna do a thing for a second. At the fair this past weekend, I picked up this new dice box. If it'll focus. Hello? Focus? Focus? There we go. I picked up this new dice box. And I have all my dice in here. Well, I have some of my dice in here. Because most of my dice are actually like sets that are missing 1 or 2 or 3. And so they're in another bag. They're in another container. But I have like full set. These are my loaner dice. And then these are like, these are some black and gold dice that I have that are I just picked them up. I haven't used them yet. These are like my normal dice for my PC. My original PC dice, I lost the D4 in, so I'm really annoyed about that. These are like tiny dice. And then I have a super tiny die, just a 6, and it's really, really small. It's really fun. And then of course I have the big 20. and the golden 20. And then I have like this 20 is actually only a D10, and it has nothing marked properly. Like it's not painted, so it's fully smoked out. And I use it for DM rolls. And then I flip a coin to decide what the actual number is going to be. As far as like whether it's a 0, a 1 slot, or a 20. Or sometimes I roll a d6 to decide, just depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I picked up this new dice box the other day. I'm really happy about that because I was using an old cigar box that fell apart. But it's like laser engraved and then painted. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, back to the game. But yeah, I gotta have the dice set, of course. Gotta have the too many dice. And of course, I bought it. I was looking at a smaller one that was actually like, it had a raven on it. And I wanted it because I was like, oh, that's perfect for me. But then it was even smaller than that one. And I was like, no, I should definitely get the big one. I have a lot of dice. And then I got back with it, and I realized that it wasn't big enough. Because I have more dice than would fit in the biggest dice box they had available at the shop. So I was like, dang it. I should have gotten the loot guy. Actually, they had one more bigger, and it was the Dice Goblin one. And it was like 3 of those stacked on top of each other with a top-loading thing. I should have got that one. Because then all my dice would fit. I'm really tempted, actually, when I go back on Pirate Weekend, if it's still there, to buy it. And then to use this one as like my player character dice tray. Because it also is felt lined in the bottom, so I can roll in it. So I might use that one for just my PC dice. and then use the big loot gobbler, the dice goblin one for fucking for my DM sets. I think that'd be really fun. But yeah, they had some really cool boxes and stuff there. I also saw like, you know, leather trays and stuff for like rolling in. There were a lot of D&D related items. There was a whole stand that was just dice. That was where I picked up the black and gold set that I just got. And also actually the tiny blue dice that I have, I got there too. I almost got some very expensive dice, but then I was like, I don't need those. Buy stuff like that, but you never get the chance to do in-person sessions. Dude, same. Like, I really don't anymore, but I still... One, I needed to replace my old dice box anyway, because it's an old cigar box where the lid had, like, caved in and wasn't really, like, sealing or closing or doing anything, so... Use digital dice for everything. Yeah, I feel that. You know what's funny is when I ran a campaign, even though I have all these dice, I wound up using digital dice anyway, because none of my players had any, and I didn't want to make them buy any. So I would just let them do digital rolls. We all used the same app on our phone, so I was like, it's in all fairness, like everyone in the party can use the app if you want, so that way nobody can complain about it being unfair. And then most of us wound up using the app because it was like, well, that way we're all using the same thing, and we know if there's a weighted set, then it's everybody's got the same weight or whatever. Because we weren't sure like how proper the dice rolls were in that app, so we were like, okay, everybody just use the same one, and then it's fair because we're all using the same thing. But I would still roll physical dice because the players were all sitting in front of me, so I might as well, you know. And like, I don't even use a DM screen anymore when I play. I'll just have my notebook in my lap and then all my dice right in front of me and roll everything in front of my players. And watch them sit there and start panicking as I grab a whole bunch of 20s and start rolling. Or just, like, grab a giant pile of 6s, and they're like, oh, no. Oh, what did you just do? And then I just drop a mound of 6s onto the table or whatever. I have so many 6s. So many. My dad really liked to use D6s a lot. I don't know why. He had so many. Most of the ones I have now, in fact, most of the dice in that box are actually stuff that were his. You like using digital character sheets because you can just make macros for all your attack rolls or spell rolls? Dude, I agree on that one. Yeah. Digital character sheets is really nice, but I don't like the D&D Beyond system at all. I don't want to support that because I'm not happy with the way they run it or like any of it, really. I don't like the format. I don't like anything with it. It's just annoying. You use Roll20. Roll20 is alright. I still don't really like that one that much either. I mean, I'll use it if that's what the campaign is using, but like if I'm running a campaign, nah, I'm going to give you a paper character sheet, and I'm going to make you learn how to do it the right way. But I simplify rolls anyway, so it's not like that crazy. But like, I get that though. It is way easier when you're using digital character sheets, especially with like once you get up into the higher levels and you have like so many different modifiers and stuff, and you start losing track of them, or you forget to add a modifier or whatever to something, and you're like, oh man, I could have done this much more, but I forgot about adding this or that buff or whatever. But to me, that's part of it, though, because then it's like you as a player, you learn, and you're like, oh, I'm not going to make that mistake again. Auto-calculate your spell slots in the event you multi-class. Oh, yeah. For 5e, yeah, I get what you're saying for 5e, for sure. I'm a AD&D and Pathfinder guy myself. I still don't really like 5th edition. I have played some 5e, but it's not really my jam. I don't mind it in Baldur's Gate because it's like all digital. It's like all virtual. It doesn't really feel that bad. But one of my biggest complaints with 5e is the lack of class options. Like, I don't like how restrictive the class options are. There's not really a good class or subclass to play the way I like to play in D&D. And that leaves me kind of in a spot where I have to multi-class, and then I wind up being less efficient than I could be otherwise, which is annoying. You don't get much choice because your 4 DMs play 5e. That sounds about right. Most DMs do 5e now. It seems like the majority of people are really playing 5e right now. Or like I really like Pathfinder, but I'm not playing Pathfinder 2e. I'm playing Pathfinder 1e because Pathfinder 2e is just 5e rewritten to the Pathfinder rule set, and I don't like that. I don't like 5th edition, and I don't like Pathfinder version of 5th edition. I want Pathfinder 1e, which is 3.5, which is way more fun because it feels like AD&D, which is how I started. There's some really strong multi-classes. There are, but you can do a lot more in previous versions of D&D. Even in 4th edition, you can do way more, and you can be way stronger in the end. Don't need to be hyper efficient in order to be effective. I mean, you don't in other D&D systems either. It's just about paying attention and understanding like when and where to use certain things. I don't know. I also like to play classes where like in 3rd Pathfinder you kind of need to. I mean, you kind of, but you don't at the same time. Like, you can play classes and just kind of goof around and still be really useful. Like, shit, I think my favorite version of Bard is the Pathfinder Bard. You can fuck up a character pretty easy. I mean, you can, but like also it's really easy. You have like more options for min-maxing too, though. If you're playing like 5e, AD&D, Pathfinder, something like that, 3.5e, anything like that. Like it definitely takes longer to build a character, but like once you have, yeah, no, it takes an entire session to build a character for sure. Like, it takes a long time to build one, but once you have one built, like, man, you can have a lot of fun with it. That's what Session 0 is for, though, you know? Session 0, you're making your characters, and you're establishing the setting, and establishing why the party is there, and motivations for going after the big bad, etc. I do agree, though, 5th edition, you can slap out a character really quick and just kind of go with it. But in the other systems, you do have to take a lot longer. I think it's worth it, though. I'd rather have that long setup to be able to play like with as much diversity as I want in a character. You make your characters generally prior to Session 0. Man, I get that, but like that's kind of the point of Session 0 is to like do all that stuff. Is to make sure everything's set up. I don't make my players make their character before Session 0. Like I'll ask them to look into it and kind of decide what they want. But like Session 0, I'll like make sure everything's filled out, and then we'll do the introduction stuff. So like I do that as well. I do that part too, but like I'll help you finish out your character basically and like get everything sorted out. And I'll even help my people who are like, I don't really know the system. It's like, I'll help you min-max the shit out of it, make it really strong if you want. Like, what do you want to do? You can do pretty much anything. I think for me, Session 0 is like making sure everybody's good to go. If I'm playing with people who have played before, they usually will show up with a ready character. If I'm playing with people who haven't, they'll usually make it during Session 0, and then we'll introduce characters and talk about the setting and all that stuff, and motivations and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, either way, I do agree with you that 5th edition is much easier to like slap out a character real quick and just kind of go with it and have some fun. And it's not as like particular about making sure everything is perfect. Super unprepared for your newest campaign, Session 0, since you didn't know the date you were doing it because of long delays. Oh, that's unfortunate. I hate when that happens. You were knocking out a character during the roleplay of session 0. Yeah, that's fair. I always try to make sure that everybody's characters are ready before we get into the roleplay stuff. So that way you don't wind up having to do that kind of thing. You knew what class you were playing and what you wanted, that you wanted some kind of elf, but you didn't know anything else. Yeah, that sounds about right. At least you had that much idea, so you could have a kind of a base to work from. I don't know. I don't like how restrictive stuff is. Like, I feel like there's not enough class and race combinations without having to pay exorbitant amounts of money. Quickly Googled an elf to use as your character portrait. That sounds about right. Yep, I've done that before. You pay nothing to play D&D? I mean, yeah. You don't really have to pay anything to play if you do it right, but they're trying to restrict a lot of the books and stuff behind a paywall now, where you can't even like get access to all the classes you want without paying for it. That's when you got to have somebody who already pays for it, or you go find the website like D20 where they have everything. Like I use D20 PFSRD for Pathfinder. And I tell all my players to do that too. I'm like, anything on this website is available for use. If you can find it here, you can use it. I don't care if it's here. It's available, and that way everybody has access to the same set of stuff. Because I don't want people to have to buy books if they don't have to, or if they don't want to. And I have PDF copies of all the Pathfinder books, and I'll just give them to my players to use. So that way they can, if they want to get into it, they can. 5e Wikidot, which has all the official stuff. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as the D20. There is also D20 5th edition though, which is, I think the layout or the UI is better on D20. But I mean, that's really just a personal preference, and it's because I'm so used to the Pathfinder one. And then it's like, oh, 5th edition is the same layout. It's just 5th edition rules cool. But that way you're not like stuck not getting all the access to the stuff you want. Used to the Wikidot. That's fair, yeah. And I mean, they have the same information, so there's no difference really. It's just which UI do you prefer? Hell, I have all the spell books for Pathfinder printed and put into like spiral notebook, or put into like 3-ring binders, one for each class. So that way, if somebody is like playing a cleric or whatever, I can just hand them the cleric spell book, and it's like, here's all the expanded everything for the spells, all the information you need to know about them is right here. Allow homebrew as long as you pass it by them first. Dude, I do the same thing. I have entire homebrew stuff. I love to homebrew things. If somebody is like, I want to play a character like this, I'll find a way to make it work. Like, I had somebody who wanted to play a Predator from the Predator series, the Aliens vs. Predators, you know? And I just made it a flavored hunter. I was like, that's pretty easy, actually. I can just flavor a hunter and give you, like... or a ranger, excuse me. I just flavored a ranger and made it work for him, and then there it went. He was our ranger of the party. Because, I mean, a lot of the ranger stuff can easily just be flavored to be a predator. And the weapon stuff is really easy. I mean, just really wasn't that complex. I allowed him to have the chakra, the disc thing that they throw. I just used the stats for a chakram, and then I used I gave him like the wrist blade things, and I used the stats for the assassin's like wrist blade thingies, and then like dagger stats for his other weapons. Never play homebrew stuff, but you have created homebrew before 5e. Yeah, that's fair. Like custom classes. Yeah, I love to do that. I actually have an entire this spiral notebook from when I was in high school and in college that I wrote my own rule system, and then like all the weapon stats and like all the classes and everything written out. And I'll occasionally let people pick from that too, because it's all Pathfinder based. Well, it was AD&D rule set, but I mean it's basically the same as Pathfinder. I just adjusted everything a little bit for that. That way people could play interesting stuff. But see, that's the other reason I like Pathfinder is there's like 1,000 different class options. So you can pretty much play whatever the hell you want. There's already a class for that. You made a Necromancer style class? Nice. Is this an important message? Get an undead minion where we'll level with you as you get stronger. That's pretty cool. Okay, I did need to respond to that real quick. We're back. You get to pick how it gets stronger. That's cool. So you basically get to level it as it increases. I like that. You made it at certain levels. You can grant it one of 3 things. Ooh, okay, yeah. Might be a new attack or a passive. Nice. I see where you're going with that. Little buffs and like little increases and stuff, just like what a player gets as they level, but toned down because it's a minion. Of course, it's not made for it. It's just made to help extra damage. I think it'd be kind of fun to try and make like a necromancer class in this RP that we make in Minecraft, where you can like summon skeletons or like zombies. Maybe at the highest level you get like wither skeletons or something. So it means either a zombie skeleton or a shadow, drain, touch, attack, removed. Okay. Okay, I get you. So just a little something extra. Zombie skeletons and ghosts. Yeah, exactly. An apparition. They get different stuff depending on which thing you pick. Nice. That makes sense. I like that. Excuse me. Excuse me. Whew. Oops. Sorry, Cal. Gonna have some cooked beef now. Nice brisket. Not fully fleshed out. Not fully fleshed out because you haven't had a second pair of eyes look at it and suggested. Oh, because you have had a second pair of eyes look at it and suggested that you change some things. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it's always good to have people look things over and see, because sometimes you're like, no, this could be more powerful, or sometimes you're like, hey, that's too much. You know, or whatever. I mean, it sounds like you're on the right track, though. So they're playing projects, never finish them. Yeah, I get that. This one is kind of one of those where I'm like, all right, I'm going to finish this one. I've got all the time in the world. Watch me die before I finish this project. Shit. I want to produce books to sell to make a little bit of side money. Hell yeah, man. That's an endeavor right there. That's worth it. D&D books. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. Like modules and stuff. Character classes, etc. Yeah, I got you. I do assume everyone is a 3-year-old toddler. Dude, I feel it. Yeah. It's like... Sometimes I feel that way about the way I talk about the stuff on this stream. Why am I getting a notification about Pizza app? Pizza app, please. You don't sponsor my streams. Now is not the time for you to notify me about things. That is why Pizza app will remain unnamed. It will just be Pizza app. Man, sometimes I feel kind of bad about the stuff I say on stream, but then I remember that my entire audience is 18 to 55, and if they're lying about their age, that's not my problem. Like, I'm not going to bend over backwards just because somebody might be lying. Exactly. It's like, should I maybe be a little more responsible? I don't know, probably. But am I going to be? No. I don't have any responsibility. I don't have any requirement to do so, so I'm not going to. Yeah, just no. I'm not required to. It's not my responsibility to ensure that all of my audience is in fact 18 to 55. Yeah, I mean, I definitely would. For sure. Yeah. This is an adult's stream. Playing block game. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't want people talking about their age anyway, so like don't come in here and tell me. It's not my business. I mean, as long as you're of the appropriate age, there's no reason for me to be worrying about any of that. I'm not sitting here trying to police, but I mean, if I have to, I have to. If somebody says something, I have to report it, obviously. But I ain't no snitch. If you don't say shit, I ain't gonna know, am I? Not me over here telling people how to get around the rules. Nope, couldn't be me. You're ancient, dude. I am too. I feel it. Though most people think I'm far younger than I am. I think it's funny. The other day I went out to eat, and the wait staff, they were really mad at me because I went to order a margarita, and they were like, "Are you old enough to drink?" And then I handed him my ID, and he went, "You're older than I am, son of a bitch." And I went, "Yep." Dude looked like he was mid-30s, but he was like mid-20s. Meanwhile, I'm 32, and I don't look it. I'm starting to. My hairline's not so great. You know, that's where you can tell. I think it's funny. Or like the time... God, this is an old story now. When I went to go see Deadpool 2. Right? That Deadpool 3's out now. So when I went to go see Deadpool 2, I got carded to buy my ticket. Like the dude carded me at the ticket window when I was buying my ticket. And then I walked in and I happened to know the bartender at the bar inside the movie studio. So I walked over to the bar and I ordered a drink, and she didn't ask for my ID at all. And I just sat down and had a drink. So the guy in the ticket window, like, I was the only person that bought a ticket because, like, there was really nobody else around. It was a little bit early. And so the dude turns around and he sees me ordering a drink at the bar, and he just freaks out. Like, bro, you just looked at my ID. Calm down. What are you doing? I thought it was funny. Hairline isn't receding, but you're definitely bald on top of the head. I mean, dude, I had a friend who had, like, a really bad bald spot right back here. And he's like, he's way younger than me. And he still had, like, he had bad hair. It wasn't his fault. Bad genetics. But, yep. Yep. He had the bald spot. I've got, it's like, for me, it's right here, mostly. I've got, like, kind of the receding, the, like, little swoopy thing going on. It's not great. And then I'm very much thinning up top. It's salvageable, you know, but it ain't great. It's great for the characters that I portray when I'm cosplaying, though, I guess. I have the exact hair that they have, so it works out. Like, especially for Denethor. I have the same hair. I just need to finish my costume for him. It's the chainmail dress is the expensive part. Your buddy who's a little older than you has silver hair. Dude, this entire side of my hair right here, you can't see it on camera, but when I have my hair down, there's like a massive silver streak right here. I'm 32, so like I'm pretty close to there. I'm early 30s. We're getting close. But yeah, got this silver streak. The reason I have this streak right here is because when I was a little kid, my brother picked up this sprinkler that had like a metal blade on top that would spin around, and the water would shoot up into it and like spin, and that was how it would, you know, sprinkle. And he picked up the hose while it was on, and it started like swinging around wildly, and we thought this was fantastic. And then at one point I got a little too close, and it came swinging around and smacked me in the side of the head and just left a massive gash from like here to here. This is a big gash. And so I've had this silver streak in my hair ever since, because it's the hair that's growing through the scar tissue. It's like white and silver. It's just, I just have this massive streak of silver through my hair. I think it's kind of cool now. Yeah, it's silly. At least it didn't like kill me or break my skull or anything. But it did definitely contribute to the CTE. So there's that. I've had too many TBIs in my life, dude. It's bad. Be careful with your brain case, kiddos. You only get one. Don't fuck it up. The insidey bits are squishy and soft and malleable. So don't let them slam into the brain case multiple times. It's a bad idea. Speaking of brain case. Uh-oh. Okay. What do we got? Got time for another story before I call it a day on the stream today. Once upon a time, when you were but a wee lad, about 6 or so, you had a babysitter while your parents were asleep in their bedroom. Okay. You were playing with your babysitter, and she shoved you. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Where is this going? You went airborne in the back of your head, hit the corner of a table. Ooh. Ooh. Ouch. Blood everywhere, of course, because head wounds bleed like a motherfucker. So your parents got up and threw a towel over your head and took you to the ER, of course, as you do. Child is bleeding out profusely, must take them to ER now. You got stitches and your parents wouldn't let the babysitter see you after what she did? Oh, poor babysitter. I'm sure she didn't mean to do it. Or did she? Is she just a malicious bitch? You don't know. That's fair. You were pretty young. Lord knows. Remember bits of it? Yeah. For certain bits of it, yeah, it sounds about right. Especially with brain trauma. Had a lump in the back of your head for a good chunk of your life. You just felt and don't feel it anymore. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ain't that life? Man, when I was a kid, I was running around one time. I used to be in like Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts and stuff. I must have been like somewhere between 10 and 12. And I'm running at the church where we held our Boy Scout meetings. And they had outside, they had like, the gutters, and then they went to these like concrete little drain pipe things that would like direct it away from the sidewalks and the landscaping. And I was running, we were playing like tag or some shit, and I can't remember what we were playing. It was some game where I needed to be running. And I come around the corner into like this little breezeway between two of the buildings at the church. And I trip over one of those and go sailing into the next one and just slam my face, like forehead first, right into the fucking concrete drain pipe. And this massive gash right here for a long time, and like this big old bump and like a bad scar. It's gone now, but it was there for like 10 years. It took so long for that to fade. Oh man, it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. I didn't at the time. It hurt like a bitch, and I was bleeding everywhere. It literally, like, I ripped the skin and muscle down to bone, and there's still like a weird spot right here where the muscle isn't quite right. But like, it's fine now. I did so many stupid things to myself as a kid. I also tried to get between two dogs that were fighting and got bit in the leg. That was fun. I still have the scars from that one. I have 2 puncture marks on the front of my leg and 2 puncture marks on the back of my leg. I have a scar on my wrist right here from when I was at a roller skating rink and I slid out in a corner that was a little bit dusty in the corner for whatever reason. I guess nobody really went to the outsides of the skating rink all that much. And I was like speed skating my way around, and I slid out and I put my arm out like an idiot, put my arm straight out, and I landed just right there on my flat palm and broke both the bones in my arm. And one of them was sticking through the skin, and the other one was like rotated and sticking up like this. And I was like, oh shit, I broke my arm. And one of my friends was like, how do you know? And then I just held up my arm, and it was like limp, all flopped over, just like here. And they were like, oh, fuck. It's just like, yep, I think I broke it. That shit sucked. And there was like blood shooting out everywhere because of course I fucking broke the skin. Yeah, just a little bit. Only a compound fracture. Not even a clean break. It was like shattered both bones. It was bad. I've also broken every single one of my toes, and I set them all myself because I broke one of them, and I went to the doctor, and they basically were just like, tape it to the one next to it. I don't know what you want me to do. And so I was like, okay. So every time I broke a foot or a toe after that, I just taped it to the one next to it and called it a day. And they've all healed fine except for one of them. And it's like instead of being like this, like it's supposed to be, it's like this. So it's not great. Yeah, it's about time for me to head off as well. I appreciate you popping into chat. It was great to say hey. Always love having the homies around. All right, y'all. My name is The Wicked Bird. You can find me here on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday at 3 p.m. Central Time, U.S. I upload all my VODs onto my YouTube channel at The Wicked Bird the same day that I stream. Check out Chill Hop and my Discord down thing in the thing below. Click all the buttons, like, follow, subscribe. I hope you guys had a great time. I'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back. I'm going to be painting stuff tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Later.